Hi there. I'm going to show you how to make red velvet Christmas bows. I'm using 2.5-inch red velvet with no wires, and I have a twisty tie for my bread bag, and then this really big one. Let me see. This is, I don't know where I got these from. This looks like a little over 11 inches of twist tie or wire. Got a 6.5-inch piece of red velvet, a 21-inch piece of red velvet, and a 38-inch piece. If you want them to be bigger or smaller than this, the ratios are the 6.5-inch or 7-inch piece is about 2.66% of the largest piece, and the 21-inch one is about 7.98% of the largest piece. So you could use the Google calculator to help you figure out how to make them bigger or smaller. Also, if you want the tails to be longer than this, you can make your largest piece longer. So we're going to start with the middle piece, and I'm going to adjust this. You can see what I'm doing. I've been working on this for a while. My table's a mess. You're going to fold these over, overlapping kind of significantly, and then you're going to pull all the outside pieces to yourself. You're going to take the bread tie and just get this as tight as you can get it. Just bunch it up and twist it as tight as you can get it. I have some garland on my back deck, and I'm wanted to have red velvet bows on it. The ones that I had out there from the years before had past their age. I'm just going to fold that over. So this is what this looks like from the front. Don't worry about it. We'll fix that in a minute. And you're going to take this large piece and you're going to fold it like this. This to me is the hardest part. This ribbon is not, I don't think it's easy to deal with. I'm not a crafter. Anyway, my ribbons bows had seen, you know, they were done. So I had to make some more, and I started looking on YouTube and tried a lot of different ways. And the one with one piece, I just couldn't duplicate what the woman did. She made a really pretty bow, but I couldn't duplicate it. Excuse me. And some of the other ones were just more time consuming or more difficult. I didn't want to use a hot glue gun. I didn't want to use thread. I just wanted it to be kind of easier. This was the easiest for me. So I have folded that, and I've taken the piece that I've already twisted, and I'm putting it on top, and I'm going to bunch it up. And I'm going to take the large piece and do the same thing. I'm going to pull it as tight as I can and twist it as tight as I can. We're going to cover up this twist tie with the button piece, the smallest piece, so don't worry about it. I'm just going to twist that up as tight as I can. And I'm not going to worry about how pretty it looks right now. Well, maybe it just will a little bit. I'm going to adjust it once we get the button on. And you're going to take the pieces of this and you're going to lay it down like that. Now you're going to take your 6.5 to 7-inch piece and you're going to put it over like this. Same thing, pull it real tight. And you're going to now pull these pieces together and twist them. Same thing, as tight as you can get them. And then you want to make sure that you kind of leave those ends as even as you can, because when you're done, this is how you're going to attach it to your wreath or your garland. Now that we've got that done, we're going to flip it over and we've got to just make it prettier. So I'm going to pull the tails down a little bit. I'm going to fluff the button piece up a little bit. I'm going to fluff the 21-inch piece. I'm not a crafter. I don't consider myself to be a crafter at all. I had this ribbon from years ago when I was trying to be a little bit of a or sulfur with stuff like this. And today I'm just not patient. And so I did not like the ones where I had to use the thread. Tying the thread together was testing my patience, which that's good. My patience needs to be tested. You know, rejoice in your trials and tribulations. Your patience is being worked out. Okay, now that I've fluffed the top and I've pulled it down, oops. Now we're going to cut the bottoms, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to take it and you're going to fold it, and you're going to take your scissors and you're going to cut not from the folded end, but from the outside end, just a little slant, and that makes a V. Got all this from watching YouTube videos. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. We're going to fold it. I'm going to start at the outside end, not the folded end, and make another V. And if it needs to be adjusted, oops, we're going to adjust it and just keep adjusting it. I think I want this one to be a little bit more steep than it was. And then you can adjust it too once you put it on your wreath or garland. If you want this to be longer, just make your 38-inch piece longer. But this is, don't really have anything for perspective, but it is kind of a, the tails on this bow are kind of short to some that I've seen, like in the neighborhood and so forth. But you can just keep adjusting it, and then like I said, you've got your pieces here to attach to whatever you're attaching to. Basically, I'm making this for me. I know that YouTube's algorithms probably won't put this in front of a lot of people, but it took me way too long to figure out how to do this, and I wanted the measurements and stuff that I could duplicate them and make them all uniform. I'm going to put multiple ones on the garland on the deck, and I wanted them to be, you know, not perfectly uniform, but similar enough. And so mostly this is for you, Cheryl, but if it helps anybody else, yay. Merry Christmas. Jesus loves you.